welcome back to my channel. This is going to be part two of how to use now your images that you've erased the background on and make something with them. And as you can see here, I've been busy making stuff and I'm going to show you how I made my background pages using, images that I've gotten from design bundles. This is another video collab with um, Jessica Reed and her channel, and I'll have her link down below. She's doing her tutorials using Word, and I'm using Pixlr X, which is a really simple program. You go to pixlr.com and you pick Pixlr X and then create new, and it will give you a blank screen like this. And here is where you are going to be working with layers. So the first thing is that you don't want any background color, because if you want your backgrounds that you're creating with the images that you removed background on, and you want the option of having multiple colors of the same background, and you'll understand what I'm saying in just a minute. I also, before we get started, wanted to invite everybody over to our Facebook page, and I'll have our Facebook page linked down below. I believe I named it Creating Digitals for free. I think it's just Creating Digitals, but I'll have the link down below so you don't have any trouble finding it. But the first thing we're going to do, we're going to start to bring in our images that we want. Now, I'm going to show you how to do a seamless background using the images that you've erased backgrounds on. And the first thing we're going to do is browse our computer. And I apologize for not posting this sooner. I just had to change my video recorder because the one that I was using was it wasn't recording everything I was doing. And so I'm going to use several of these images to show you how to create backgrounds. Now you can take background pages like this and erase the white part of it. If it's not a PNG like this one, it's coming up and you can see it says PNG file. So that tells me that its background is transparent and only the little images that you see in here are what you see. So you can change the background base color to any color you want. So here I'm just going to grab this image and open, and it'll plop it into this pixlr.com app or software that's online, and you want to click add current. Add current because I've already set my page dimensions to 12 by 12 page. And even though my printer can't print 12 by 12 pages, you want to have it available for those that do, if you want to sell your stuff. So I'm going to size this. Now the trick to seamless paper is that you have to make the images on the edges match up. So this is how I do it. Just kind of half the picture and make sure up here, this edge right here is like that you're getting that pink line. That's how you know it's at the very edge of the paper, or the box that the image is within is even. That way you know exactly where to put the other image. So now that I have that there, I'm going to make a copy of it. So I come over here and I say duplicate layer, and it'll take a little bit, but there it goes. Now you see two of them exactly the same. So I'm just going to grab the top one, the one that's already chosen. I'm going to drag it over to this one. And I'm just going to look at the picture and make sure that where I'm positioning it is about the exact half. You want it to you want to make sure it's exactly half, or else the pictures won't match up. And always, always, always remember that you have to get that pink line so that you know that your image is going to match up. All right, so now I've got that. Now I want to go get another image. And by the way, these images that I'm using can be found on Clean PNG, I believe. And I'll leave a link down below if y'all are interested. And I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to show you step by step on how to do this so that you can go out there and create however many images and background pages that you guys want. Just going to make this a little bit bigger. And I make them big because I tend to shrink my images down more. And you'll understand when this 12 by 12 page actually turns out to be just 1/4 of the page of a 12 by 12 background page, if you know what I mean. I don't know if that made any sense to you guys, but all right, let's scooch this down and I'm going to make it sit right there. Then I'm going to come over here, make a copy, and then drag that over. Scooch, scooch, scooch. Make sure that pink line is showing up. Where's that image? Here it is. Right about there. Okay. Now the next part that I want to fill in is this area right here, this middle bottom and this middle top. So I'm going to go grab another image. It's like you're splitting your paper up into quadrants. So like this one, no, I want to try this one today. And let's put that in there, add to current. I want to make it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to drag this, I'm going to make it, and you see that center line that just popped up in pink? That is what you want. That tells you you're centered on the page. And here, I'm just going to leave it there. Come over here, make another copy of that image, and then drag it up and kind of guesstimate, because this is all guesstimations, but I've been pretty good about, let's see, that's all the way, I don't think I got this exactly centered, but, and I ran out of the page, that's why it's not moving. There we go. And I believe I'm there. Yeah. Okay, so that looks centered to me. Now my last image is going to sit here in the middle. And this is just to create seamless background pages. If you want to create a page that, that doesn't require all this, exactitude, I guess you could say, then do it however you like. You can put each individual image, make a copy, drag it over to another spot, kind of make it look like this image right here. I hope you guys can see that. Then by all means, yes, go ahead. Create however you like. Get your images out there, create your digital papers however you would love to create them. And I'm going to make this a tad bigger. And this one, I just have to center it. And the way I do it is I look for the pink. There's my vertical, and here's my horizontal. So I know I'm centered. Okay, I'm good. Now I've got it. Now I want to save. And the reason why you want to save, I'll explain it. This is, like I said, just 1/4 of a 12 by 12 sheet. So I'm going to save it. And my computer's really slow. I've tried to clean it up. done a disk cleanup, but apparently it's really, really full. My download folder is like chock full of images, and I'm not sure if I want to delete them all. So anyway, I'm going to label this cactus 1 background. You want to leave this as a PNG. You don't want to change it. And this will tell you how many megabytes your image is. So now that I like what I see, I'm going to download it. It's going to download and have me choose where I want to download. And I have my folders, and I'm creating it in Pixlr, and I have a Pixlr folder here where I've created other pages, and I'm just going to save it to that. And it's done. It's saved. Now here's another little trick I want to teach y'all. I saved it, but I forgot a step to tell you. All of these are separate layers. When you save that, I believe it saves as separate layers, but because I want to move this around, all of these images around, make them smaller, I have to do one more step. I'm going to uncheck this box. This just means make it invisible. I don't want to see that layer. And then I'm going to come to the top and click on this. And you see right here, merge visible. Every other layer above that bottom one is visible. You can still see it. And this is what I mean. If I unclick this one, see now it's disappeared. But I want to be visible. And I want every image that is on this page to merge into one. So I'm going to click this one. And look what it's done. You see how many layers I used to have? Now I just have the one that I hid, which is this bottom one, and then all the ones are merged into one layer. That is what you need to do, Seamless Paper, to do the next step. So now I do save and do the whole process of saving again. I'm not gonna bother with that. I mean, I could, but I'm not. I don't need to. I've created this page several times. Let's see, cancel, cancel, cancel. All right, now that I have my image chosen, I'm gonna go over here because you see I don't get the little box around it, so it needs to know what it's asking me what to do. So there we go. I think it's slowed down. My computer, sorry guys. Come on, come on. There we go. And I'm gonna shrink this down because it's probably way too big. And I'm gonna unlock it. There we go. Now it'll let me choose it. Now what I want to do, I want to take this and shrink it to a quarter of the page. And how do I know it's a quarter of a page? Well, your guess is as good as mine. I'm just kidding. Well, the way I try to figure it out is I kind of scoot this over and see where that red line is. Okay, so it's about there. And down here, I think I got it. And to make double short, you go over here. That's the hard way. This is the easy way. You shrink your picture down. Hello. Uh-oh, my computer's got a glitch now. Let's close this layer, or this option, but it won't. It's stuck. Anyway, when you click on this, it gives you property of this image, and you want to shrink it down to 1800 by 1800. That's, you want to resize it, I guess I could say. You want to resize it to 1800 by 1800. And, oh, come on, let me show them. It is unlocked. Close. And let me hit refresh. And see if that'll kick us into gear. And the beauty of this program is it saves as you go. So if you forget to save, your image is still there. So I'm going to click on that again, and it'll load it to the original size. Now, I'm going to go over here. It's still unlocked. Now I'm going to go to my properties, and then resize image. Oh, sorry, wrong way. I was on the wrong one. Okay, so it's actually this part that you want. Do arrange, okay? And see this width and height? I want it to be 1800 by 1800. And because it's a 12 by 12, it's a square image, it'll automatically do that. Now I lock my aspect ratio. Now I want to come over here and I want to make copies. 3 more copies. Copy, duplicate layer, and then move it over. And I just want you to see if I did this right, it'll match up beautifully. Oops. And see that line that I saw? I was freaking out. I'm like, how am I going to get that line to disappear? But when you click off the image over here to the other one, make a copy, it goes away. So don't worry about that line, it disappears. So I'm going to go over here, make another copy. Oh, sorry, copy. Forgot what I was doing there. And the final one, put into place. Voila. And here you have your final layout, I guess you could say. Now, if you don't want them to be, because you see, I see lines. There's a line there, there's a line there, there's a line there. If you don't like that, you can move your images to where they're a little bit wonky, like tilt them to the right or tilt them to the left, and try to get your images to match up that way. It was harder for me to do that, so that's why I wanted to show y'all how to do this. But you can do that. And if you don't mind it, you can leave it like this. I like it just plain and simple, nothing fancy, so that you guys can start learning. Once you get a hang of how to do it, then you can do all sorts of stuff in here. So I'm going to save this. Oh, but first, before I save, I want to do that merging all my layers again. So I'm going to come over here, make my bottom one still not visible. That's great. Go to the top layer and say merge visible. And voila. Now it's one image or one layer. Now here comes the beautiful part. You can come in and put a background color or on this if you like by just going here and adding, oh, not, I'm on the wrong one. You got to choose this layer, and I want it to be visible again, and I want my background to be, there it is, it posted it in white. If you like it in white, save it in white. But you want to save it without any color first. That way you're able to switch color, the background color, whenever you like. And you can even pick colors within these images themselves. And this is how you do it. You click save. Once you merge all the layers together, then you click save. Let's do that. Let's just take it one step at a time. And then I'm going to label this cactus to background. And download that. And you know it's working because it's counting down. And save. All right. So there we go. You close that out. I click the X, or you can click the button that says close. Now I want to add background color. Then I go over here and to this menu, and I can either choose paintbrush or drawing, or like I did earlier, click up here to properties and then click add background. So now I have the white. Then I go and save that again, and I would label it cactus white background. If I wanted a pink, I can do this and then save that. Save pink, cactus pink background. If I wanted to match one of those colors within one of the images that I have in there, I go drop down here and I click this little image right there. I forgot what those are called. Let's say I wanted a nice soft pink that matches the pink in here. And there you go. That's a nice soft pastel pink. I love that color. Let's say, and I click save. Every time I change the color, you want to click save because you don't want, if you don't save it, then you'll lose that color. Now, I also want to show you another little tidbit. Every color that you make has a number, okay? And if you like that color and you want to use it throughout a certain set of digitals that you're creating, then you need to start remembering to write those numbers down. You can always come back and visit it and pick this eyedropper thing and see what color it is, like this. If I click that and I hover over, and I hover over this pink and then click on it, it'll take me back. Now, if I like, let's say I like this green, that green, I click on that and it changes the background to that pink, and that number has changed. You see how that, look how that changes when I hit undo. And now it's back to this pink, I believe. Yeah, there you go. It didn't change it when I just hit undo, but it did change it when I clicked on the pink. So you want to make sure that you've got the right number. This is Fab 4CE, or yeah. And that green that I picked was, let's see, here, doesn't really matter. Uh, that one's 7FA745. So remember, each color that you create, if you want to do a consistent kit that has the same colors and they don't vary too much, then that's what you need to start recording as well. In other words, jotting it down somewhere so that you know what colors you need to use. So once you hit that, you like this green, you hit save. And that is how you create your seamless background pages. Now you can go even further. You can take this and let's undo. No, let's just get rid of that background. You can come over here and you can again choose your unlock and then shrink it down even more, 1800 by 1800, okay? And make a copy and do it all over again. And it'll keep repeating no matter how many times you shrink this background image, your base anyway. And see how that's coming together? I'm going to do another one just so y'all see. It's endless. You can shrink this end result again and make the images even tinier if that's what you wish. It's all up to you. You're the creator. You do what you like, what you think is beautiful. Everybody's idea of beautiful is different. And it doesn't mean that, what I think is beautiful but you don't think it's beautiful. That doesn't mean, it's not. It's in the eye of the beholder. And so here is my second background of the same exact one. Now remember, what do you do over here? You merge the layers. You go down, you unclick this, travel back up to the very top, and then merge down. Because if you merge down with the bottom layer, it's not going to do it. It's the bottom layer. You have to go all the way to the top layer, and say merge the visible ones. I think that's how it works. And now you've got a whole brand new background layout, I guess you can call it. So I hope this was helpful to you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Jessica's channel. We're trying to put out as much content as possible on how to create digitals. Come over to our Facebook page, and all the links that I've mentioned will be down below in the description box. Thank you and goodbye. We'll talk to you later.